We're back, and today in the kitchen, we'll be whipping up a vibrant and nutritious gut-friendly Buddha bowl packed with ingredients that promote a happy, scented, and healthy gut. Plus, we'll also learn expert tips on what to include and to avoid in your diet to keep your digestive system thriving. So let's get started with Dr. Darren. How are you doing, Dr. D? All right.
I'm getting hungry just looking at this.
Me too. Okay, so these are all ingredients
Okay.
that a lot of us have in our kitchens, right?
Yep.
But let's talk through maybe some of the benefits of some of these. Firstly, I love a white meat.
Healthy protein.
Yes.
Healthy. So I don't see any skin on that chicken. It just looks like the fillet portion that's been well prepared and seasoned. So yeah, obviously very high source of protein, really good lean meat. Good for you, very good. And then, of course, what do we have over here?
It's a
looks like-
tuna.
another excellent one
Yes.
in terms of a fat content being very low, obviously. So tuna, another source of great protein. And it comes either in brine or in vegetable oil
Yes.
normally. I like the brine option personally, but
Okay.
all happy with that. Yeah, and then there's quite a few other
There are.
exciting. The colourful stuff is now what's getting me going. But what have you got there?
So this is a little bit of quinoa. And
the
a lot of
grains.
a lot of people don't like quinoa, but it's got good benefits. So I'm just going to start assembling our Buddha bowl.
It
And
does
don't
indeed.
judge my
with
plating.
fibre, obviously, and the digestive tract, you need some whole grains.
Yeah.
Quinoa does that. It supports nutrition like you won't believe, and it's
Okay.
also very tasty. Interesting consistency, eh?
It is very
Most people think of Dijon mustard or caviar or that kind of thing,
Yeah.
except it does better work in your system.
Okay. Now, all right. So I'm just, while I assemble, you can tell me, the benefits of some of these
Fantastic.
because there's broccoli here, some broccolini, which is always very good. I don't know how to plate, so I'll just plate anyhow.
You look like you've done this before. It's
I've
very
done it
colourful, the
before, but
broccoli. And the
never
colour
presented
tells us it's got phytonutrients in it, which helps your immune system as well. And it's also got valuable fibre to keep the gut regular. And then that sweet potato.
Sweet potato. My favorite kind, too, the one with the red skin.
Oh, it's so good. It's so much better than normal potato for you.
Yes.
Because it's got a better GI in keeping your blood sugar levels constant for a longer time. Then you don't get hungry quickly.
No, you don't.
So you stay fuller for longer. So
Here's an ingredient I'm not familiar with,
the
sauerkraut.
Germans love this.
I mean, what is
Sauerkraut.
it, really?
It's a fermented cabbage normally, and it's very much part of their staple diet. And it's quite important because it helps with supporting the gut in terms of getting the gut bacteria balance right. And, like kefir, kombucha, kraut or sauerkraut is one of those. And the fermentation process leads to those good bacteria being put back into the gut.
Now, I've got to ask you this. Does it get you all gassy? Not so much. 'Cause
Not
doesn't
when it's
cabbage
prepared
get
like
gassy?
this, but this cabbage has now been fermented, where it burps in the bottle, and then it's obviously cured with that process of being pickled, so to say.
Okay.
So very different from you consuming cabbage in a different way.
I see. Okay, so
And that's your protein chicken over there.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And I think I've just done this in like a seasoning,
Yes.
pepper, salt, nothing too hectic, just to
Lovely.
bring it back to life.
Oh, and some beautiful seeds over there
Okay.
as well, and then some.
And now that we know more or less the food that is good for us, right? Because on the table we've got all the good stuff.
Yes.
But what should we be avoiding?
The things you should avoid are things that don't come in their natural form from the earth.
Okay.
Things that we process and over-process. When we're busy preserving things in too much salt
Okay.
or too much sugar. Those are very important not to have. And then the bad trans fats, the saturated fats that we use to prepare and deep fry food in, those are the fats we want to avoid. Whereas here you're going for good options of good fats. And I see you've got avocado, for
Yes,
example,
I
as
love
well.
an avo.
Baby spinach as well. So the things you should be avoiding, definitely all those fats, all the high sugar content foods, and then obviously not excessive amounts of alcohol containing foods either for the gut.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to put my Avo on in a minute, but I just
right.
wanted to quickly give some shout-out love to this dressing because the dressing brings everything to life, right?
It does. It livens up the whole dish.
Yeah. So what do we have here? Just a good, all wholesome
Beautiful.
dressing.
Yeah, you've got probably some lemon juice in there, I think, and then you've got apple cider vinegar. With that, some Dijon mustard, some
Nice.
salt, some pepper. and absolutely delicious. A very tangy taste.
Thank you so much. And there you have it. It's a delicious and nourishing Buddha bowl that's as good for your gut as it is for your taste buds. And to get this recipe, all you have to do is head on over to afternoonexpress.co.za.